Good morning, everyone. It is the crack of dawn. 7 days out, 1 week out from my first classic physique competition of the 2025 season. I've literally just woke up. It is 5:30. I shall run you through my concoction. I woke up at 110.4 kilos. So if you watched the vlog yesterday, I woke up at 110.2. We had a pretty damn big refeed if you watched along. So I'm pretty shocked I only went up 0.2 kilograms. So I'm not too sure what the plan of action will be. I'll obviously check in with my coach, Kuba, see the plan, whether we're going to feed again or whether we're going to pull back down to baseline. So I cannot confirm as yet, but let's start the day. I have 750 ml of water to start the day. HydroFlow, which is my electrolyte supplement. I've got 10 grams of creatine in there and glutamine. Gummy bear flavor, really good to start the day. I'll then have all my fat loss ancillaries, peptides, which I'll run through. So I'm still running, the fat loss is done, but I'm still running the 20 mcg of Clen just for water retention purposes, just to have that ticking over in the background so there's not a big change in sort of potassium and whatnot. Then I've got telmisartan for the blood pressure and ramipril 80. Then we'll have T4, which is 150 mcg, which is pretty much replacement dose. We're not still trying to push fat loss. That is my replacement. T3, if I said T4, so T4 150, T3 25. Then we'll have 5 milligrams of Cialis, blood pressure again, and epic pumps in the gym. Then 25 Anavar, which I'll take later in the day, pre-workout, and 25 Winstrol, and that's it. Not taking any more orals. And then I have injectable glutathione, which is 200 milligrams in the morning. I'll then run SLU, which is a peptide amino, at 250 milligrams fasted, and then my L-carnitine at 500 milligrams fasted, and then MOTS-C, okay, which is 1 milligram first thing in the morning. And that's it. I'll take that all down the hatch in one go, get that done, get that sorted, 750 ml of water done, and then I'll get my morning routine started, which is just some stretching, foam rolling, some planks, and then posing, vacuum work, and check in with coach. And then we shall get the plan for the day, see if any adjustments made, if we're feeding again or if we're back down to baseline. I'm obviously at 110.4 kilograms, 1 week out, and my cap is 111.6. So we're laughing. Happy days, guys. And I had a big feed yesterday, so who knows, we might get one again, but I don't mind because my baseline food isn't ridiculously low. So anything that happens today is a win. So let's get it. So I have checked in with Kuba. This is the look here I will show you. Extremely happy with how things are progressing. Obviously pretty damn big feed yesterday, and I am tighter, leaner, arms look fuller, top line looks fuller, waist looks tighter again. Skin is like paper thin. I'll show you up a photo I took yesterday, a couple of photos I took just of my legs, and now I'll show you my check-in photos from this morning, which I'm absolutely delighted with. So we're going again. We're going to be feeding again today. I'll run you through the setup. Meal 1 is going down now as we speak. So I've prepared my cream of rice, which is 100 gram of cream of rice. So this is actually kind of similar to my normal meal, and then the meals kind of bulk up along the day as we get around that training window. 100 gram of cream of rice, caramel biscuit flavor, 10 grams of dark chocolate, you can see there, it's melted under the berries, 100 grams of blueberries, cinnamon. I've got my salt weighed out for the day, which is then going to be 6 gram of low salt, 4 gram, so total 10 gram of salt, 6 low, 4 pink for the sodium and potassium balance. Then we've got 50 gram of the whey paste. So going to show you me pouring the whey paste, whey drip, whatever you want to call that bad boy, onto the succulent cream of rice. We always love this. That's it. Look at that. Beautiful scenes. Can't beat it. Can't beat it, guys. Cannot beat it. I'm still using the 4:1 ratio, so 4 water to 1 cream of rice ratio. If you think about it, right now I've just woken up at 110.4 this morning after that big feed. Bit tighter, fuller, and that is before we've even started playing around with lower fiber, so dropping the veg out like 2 days out, lower protein, higher fats, and lower food volume, because as I get closer to registration and weighing in, I'm going to be lowering all my volume of like the amount of water that I use with my rice and the cream of rice, and obviously the fibrous veg, bringing down, like the blueberries will come out, we'll swap it with banana, we'll swap it with raisins, dates, and stuff like that. All stuff to kind of keep the food volume and the weight down. So we haven't even started playing with that yet. So I'm going to be well under my cap, and I will be able to eat actually on the day of my show. Sorry, on the day of registration, because sometimes if you're actually bang on your cap, you can't eat all day until you register. So I'm actually going to be a good bit, a kilogram under, and I'll just be weighing myself across the day on the scales as I eat, and then we'll just turn up, get registered, get my number, winning number, turn up to the show the next day, smash it. I don't know why this gimbal is moving around or not. So my meals are being prepped as we speak. The rice is in the pot, chicken is in the air fryer, veg is on the frying pan. My best tips for peaking for a bodybuilding show: keep it simple. Everything that you do this week on your peak week should have been practiced already. The food types that you have eaten should already have been being eaten during your prep or tested and tried. The goal is to be in condition for peak week, okay? Peak week is not a fat loss week. Your fat loss should be done a week out from your show, okay? The goal of the peak is to start bringing down fatigue, okay? No cardio, essentially, is the goal. Real low steps, draw all the inflammation, all the fatigue out, and start bringing your food up. How do we do this? By being relaxed, low stress. So prioritize this week, take your week off work if you can. That's the goal. Get really chilled, keep your feet up, because what happens is when you stop doing cardio, because when you're doing high cardio, if you're doing lots of cardio, lots of steps, your legs are going to be very inflamed. Okay, when you look at your legs, they're probably, I know you think, oh God, I'm so lean, but why are my legs not like so separated? It's because they're full of water retention. When you're hammering a Stairmaster or your bike or whatever, it drives a lot of information. And what you will see during your peak week, when you stay off your feet, is actually your legs, like when you're doing less cardio and you're feeding more, your legs just get more separated, more quad striations. Okay, that's why, like when I'm 2-3 days out from a show, I am laying down all day. I'm trying to stay off my feet as much as possible. That's why I'm traveling up to the show like 2 days early, so I can just literally lay in the Airbnb as much as possible, so I'm not traveling and walking about all day trying to get to the venue and whatnot on the day before the show. All the food types, everything should be have tried before. Don't start bringing in new food. Don't start trialing all these different methods, because your body and your digestion and your stomach is going to be so sensitive. When you've been dieting, pushing hard in a calorie deficit, eating low food and eating the same foods every single day, your digestion is so sensitive. The body, the digestion loves consistency. You start throwing in all these different food types, that you've not had before, and it's going to explode. You're going to really, really suffer with bloating. So, what the plan will be is across that week, you will start to bring up carbohydrates and bring down your protein and veg. Why is that? It's to bring that waste in. As you get closer to that show day, your protein should actually just be coming down and down and down. Your chicken portions, your whey portions, all this stuff, really low portions, and the carbs are high. You don't need that protein there. A little bit, obviously trickling through, but you don't need like these big 200-gram portions of chicken per meal. I might have 75 grams of chicken, and then on the show day, it'll be no protein. It'll just be all glycogen, carbohydrates, rice cakes, honey, real low volume stuff, like, making your cream of rice super low volume, high high carb, low volume meals like dates, raisins, banana, honey, dark chocolate, almond butter, rice cakes that sit really well. Like the caramel Snacker Jacks are amazing for that. They're just so light. And just, jasmine rice made really low volume. You don't want to be like peaking. Personally, I don't think you should be peaking on things like bagels and potato that are like high volume and, they're quite satiating, and oats. Like, we want to be having things that digest ridiculously well and just clear through you, and you can just use all the glycogen. You obviously want to raise your fats a bit as well, just to have that glycogen sit nicely, and slow down the digestion a little bit with that. But also, it's high calorie, low volume. So almond butter, dark chocolate, these types of things. Essentially, low volume, high calorie, carbs, fats, low protein, and the day out from the show, will have no veg. And if you suffer with like poor digestion, maybe a little bit of veg coming through to help with the fiber, to go for a shit basically, because you don't want to stop shitting. But I know that if I pull veg from one day out, I can still go to the toilet, just from experience. Like when you wake up on a show day, I'll show you all the peak and process, but it'll be like a double espresso just to get the diuresis going and whatever. For me, I'll stick to, I know this is such bro science stuff, but sticking to the bottled waters all week, no tap water, just for nice sterile, not sterile, like distilled water, straight from the bottle, only bottled water, no tap water for me this week on peak week. I'll drop out all, I haven't been having them really much anyways, but no carbonated drinks, no fizzy drinks. Coffees, I'll have black coffee, no sweeteners or anything like that. I haven't been having them anyways, but it's just good practice. And that's kind of like where we're at. I'm still going to be seasoning my meat. Like, I don't get any digestion from issues from the paprika. I use smoked paprika from Aldi. That's the only seasoning I use. There's no like salt or sugar in it or anything like that. Just a little bit, just in moderation. And then as I get maybe like one day out, I'll really just get rid of it. Salt, pepper, I still use that. I won't use the pepper one day out. Again, I'll still use my salt. Again, it doesn't cause me issues, but if you have a sensitive stomach, pull the seasonings. It's all person dependent. Me, I'll use, if you've been watching my vlogs, I'll use the 0% fat Greek yogurt as a source for my meat meals, 15 grams of it, which is like 9-10 calories. There's no artificial sweeteners. Again, I'll use that all the way through peak week, and I'll pull it like the day out, like one day out from the show, because I just won't need the calories or the volume or anything like that. At that point, you're like, I'm eating purely for function, for the show day look. Again, it doesn't cause issues, but I don't need it. I might even put it 2-3 days out. We'll see. Just keep it so simple. Things you've been eating, things you've been practicing. And the priority is get stage condition. Once you are stage condition and absolutely shredded, peak week is easy. Yeah? You just start slowly bringing food up, steadily across the week, okay, and start bringing down your output. You're only running into issues if you're having to feed hard for like 2 days before a show because you haven't finished fat loss and you've got to dig yourself out for the week. So get shredded, take your time, make sure that, but by take your time, I mean make sure you have enough time to get in condition with your prep, so you're not chasing your tail at the end. And once you're in condition, you're laughing. Like me, I've actually been ready like 4 weeks out. I've been in stage condition from August, but I've just having to wait to get my body weight down due to the tactics that I've been showing you through my vlogs. But, I could have competed about a month ago. So now I'm kind of just getting fresher and, leading into the show. But most people, they're getting in condition a week out. Anyway, hopefully that helps. I'm going to show you meal 2 now. Very excited, very hungry. Meal 2, going down. We got 125 gram raw weight jasmine rice, 200 gram raw weight of chicken breast with smoked paprika. Got my salt allocation on there and just a little bit of pepper, ground pepper, and then 100 gram of pineapple. I will then have my digestion enzyme and a GDA with every one of my meals today with the higher food. And that's that. You might think that when you're watching these vlogs, like, does this guy do anything? Like, are you working? To be honest, when you're not seeing me here, I'm at my laptop, and all the way up till my last cream of rice meal. Obviously in the vlogs, it probably looks like I'm just sitting around the house all day just making food. You see this 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute clip if I'm talking. And then the rest of my day, I am just working. I'm replying to clients, I'm doing check-ins, I'm doing setups. And now I'm editing these videos. Sometimes I finish that last cream of rice meal, you see me at like 8 p.m. I'll then jump on my laptop, upload the video straight away and edit it, upload it. Before I go to bed, because I've got to upload it for like 6, 7 a.m, which is, I know when you guys like it, for that morning stepper or cardio routine. So, you know, don't be looking at my life thinking, this guy don't fucking do anything, it's easy for you. Bro, I'm grafting, I'm working, and then I'm obviously managing my prep as well. So please don't look at this and think, oh, you know, it must be nice, all this. Yeah, I fucking love my life, but I worked hard to put myself here. I've had many shit jobs, and I've like facilitated myself to be in a position where I get to work from home and do a job that I love. But don't think I'm just sitting around doing nothing. It's graft, and I love it. That's not me complaining, but I'm just letting you know that we're in this together. We're all fucking grafting. So the current gear stack, what I'm running, is 500 milligrams of testosterone in anthate, 600 milligrams of mastron in anthate, and then 1,100 milligrams of primobolan. And then we have just 50 milligrams of tren. So I've actually dropped the tren down by 100 and replaced it with the mast, simply because tren at this point, you know, I'm trying to get fresh and bring that inflammation down, and the look's great. I don't really need that hold of performance in the gym anymore, because my food's coming up and, you know, we're doing the steps lower. So for me, I would rather have less stress on the body and have better sleep through bringing the trend down and just replacing it with mast. The mast will give like a nice hardening look anyways. So that's the total anabolic load. The growth hormone, obviously, I don't have in at all. I don't have any insulin in. And then we have 25 milligrams of Anavar and 25 milligrams of Winstrol pre-workout. And for me, that's all I will do. I know I'm saying that's all I'll do. It's enough, right? But I'm not doing any more orals. Might do a little bit of Anadrol the morning of the show once I've weighed in. But that is the simple stack. 500 milligrams of test, 600 mast, 1100 primo, and 50 tren. If you're someone who thinks tren is the secret formula, you are completely wrong. Obviously, a little bit of a sprinkle in the minimum effective dose can be great for the look, a little bit of aggression towards the end. But if you're someone who runs high trend because you think it, you know, gives this crazy look and it's going to build you loads of muscle, you are dead wrong. What are the things that we want and need as a bodybuilder to deliver the best look, whether that be on a prep setting or in the off season? Low stress, good digestion, and low side effects. Okay, 3 things that tren is renowned for when running a higher dose: causing great aggression, psychological stress, anxiety, etc. Poor sleep as well, which is like horrendous for bodybuilding, especially in a prep setting when it's already hard to sleep anyway. And it can really play havoc on your digestion as well. So especially in an off-season setting, it's just, I don't really have a place for it. I never use it in the off-season. If I ever would, it would be very, very, very low dose. And then also, side effects, you don't want to be getting like night terrors and sweats and acne like when you're on the lead up to a show. So for me, there's nothing wrong with using it. I was using it 150 milligrams up until this past week. But you know, that's kind of the most I'll ever do because it's not needed. You don't get any benefits from doing more. More is not more with tren. More is actually less effective because you get all the side effects, which negates all the benefits. So that is my stack. You obviously had heard all my ancillaries fat loss stack this morning. I'll run through like the pre-workout stack with the orals and the aminos and peptides when I get to it. But yeah, that's the situation currently. Got 2 new lads coming in today on the team. I'm still taking on clients if anyone is interested in coaching. Will close my doors as I start traveling abroad to international shows such as Prague. Just with the travel, I want to look after my current clients. So if you are interested in coaching, I would get in touch sooner rather than later, right? So the extensive pre-workout stack is going down now. I'll show you quickly. 25 milligram of Anavar, 25 milligram of Winnie, 1 milligram of MOTC peptide, 500 milligrams of L-carnitine injectable, SLU 250 milligrams injectable, and then the amino swole, which is like a turbo swole, a pump formula, as you can see, all laid out here. It's quite mad when you lay it all out in front of you, isn't it? So that is my whole entire gear stack for the day. You got my actual anabolics, my fat loss drugs, and also my pre-workout stack there. And then we're going to be doing obviously a full day of eating, feeding today. So yeah, I'm about to do meal 3 pre-workout now, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's a new addition, the banana in with the chicken and rice. Oh yeah. All right, I'm in for a treat now. We got the pre-workout meal. If you watched yesterday's vlog, it's the same but with a little bit of honey. So we got 150 grams of dry weight rice, 135 gram of raw weight chicken, bit of veg in there, but I got 100 banana, and then I've got 15 gram of honey. Whew, I've got to put cinnamon on there, so it's like a sweet meal. Got my salt in there, and then 100 pineapple. This is going to be hectic, heavy and hectic. And it's going to absolutely fuel this pull session and explode my taste buds. Very excited about this, as you can tell. I'm really, really enjoying that banana because I haven't had a banana in months whilst I'm on prep. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, that was an absolute delight. That meal went down a treat. Big amount of carbs, but it sit absolutely perfectly. So I highly recommend that, anyone peaking or off season. So training now, pull session. I went through my whole pre and intra arsenal yesterday, so I won't bother running you through it all again. But in here we got my intra carbohydrates, which is going to be 35 gram of carb, and then I've got 25 EAAs as well, just to add to the full day of eating. But yeah, pull day. Plan of action obviously is not go crazy. I'm on peak week now, 7 days out. We need to make it to stage uninjured without crazy inflammation and driving blood into the muscle. That is the goal. 1 to 2 rep and reserve, low volume. Same quality as always. Come away from the session not destroyed, just stimulated. We'll do some posing post-workout as well. Hopefully the sun will come out for some good lighting, but either way, coaches have given me the orders to pose post-workout, so I shall send them over. Whether I like them or not, I shall put them in here. It will depend on if the sun's out or not. Here is the absolute beast of the post-workout meal. Gotta love it, guys. 175 gram of cream of rice, caramel biscuit by Conte. Then we have 40 whey drip, which is salted caramel. Then 150 berries, 50 banana, and that is it. All right, we've got obviously got the cinnamon on there and my salt. Feeling like a bit of a tramp at the moment because I'm waiting obviously to get my hair cut and shave all my body, because on the approach to your show, you want to have very fresh skin. You want to be exfoliating every day so the tan sets nice. I don't want any acne. I don't want any shaving rashes. So, you know, my skin needs to be completely fresh. So leaving the beard, I quite like the beard though, but kind of needs to be clean shaven for shave. No, give me your opinion. What do you think? Clean shaven or a little bit of a beard or a tash? Then I need to get a fresh skin fade the day before I travel. And then my whole body needs to be shaven, but I'm leaving that. Because sometimes we can get a little bit of skin irritation. I use the Philips one blade, but still a freshly exfoliated body, and then shaving is always best. Leaving it a little bit of hair there across the week, and then the day before the show, shave, or the day before you get a tan, really. Anyways, let's enjoy this. Very much looking forward to it, eh? Oh, you know the score, boys. Ladies and gents, welcome to the prawn mill. King prawns, 250, Bosch, 50 jasmine rice, 50 veg. I've got to be quick because I've got a visitor at the door. So I shall let them in, quick visitor. Got to help me with a couple things with the show. And then we shall get to eating on this fine Saturday evening. Thank you very much, good night. And that is another day done. 7 days out, motherfuckers. 125 cream of rice, what a treat, look at it. Glistening in the perfect light, the perfect texture. So 125 gram of cream of rice, caramel biscuit, 40 whey drip, which is salted caramel, as you well know, 200 berries, mix of blueberries, raspberries, 20 dark chocolate, which is 100%, 10 almond butter. Finishes the day off nicely. Watching a bit of Peep Show. Looking out to Manchester. Do you know what I like about it being Saturday night? Everyone else is out partying and I'm cozy inside. There's something about being inside. I look forward to it, even though I don't do anything different any night. All my nights are exactly the same, but for some reason I look forward to Friday and Saturday nights, because when I'm looking around, everyone's like outside. I just feel even more cozy being inside. And it's a smug feeling when I walk out Sunday morning and I'm doing my steps and there's people coming out from after parties just hanging out their arse. Just me being smug, eh? So tomorrow we will be under a week out. Sunday, it's rest day, which means it's going to be maximum chilling. I've got my check-ins to do, but you know, it's just going to be really trying to mentally switch off in the preparation for the new week, which will be the final week of this prep for my first show. It's a mad feeling, all that hard work leading to this. It's pressure, but it's exciting, right? So anyways, good night. Thank you for all the shares on your stories. Well done to everyone who competed today. Hope you got what you placed. I hope you got your placings that you deserve, shall I say. And if you didn't, we can be better. Don't bitch and moan. Don't sulk. It's not the judge's poor decision. It's just how it goes down sometimes with bodybuilding. It's subjective. Brush it off, move forward, and get better. Let's do it. Good night.